Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025, and it's a new day and a new week and a new vlog, my daily entry in my series where I come in here each morning and talk to you about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how it's going. Trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So, being a Monday, we had to report on all the stuff that's happened since Friday, and it's plenty. Nothing, nothing monumental, but steady blocks that are building and led to a solid weekend and big big production in both views and subscribers. So let's start with it. So let's rewind to Friday. So Friday was I was working on that Dan Kitchen interview to get it out. Well, let's start with the Friday plays. That came out in the afternoon, of course. The Dan Kitchen thing was my focus Friday was editing. The Friday plays was Name This Game, I guess it's called. That dropped Friday afternoon. That's done over 2,800 views, so a good solid standard Friday plays for us. I think the last one, whatever it was, Miss Pac-Man did like double that number, but still, this one was fantastic. Very happy with that, especially being such a weird game that so few people even know about. So pleased with that. I was working the Dan Kitchen interview, and I mentioned on Friday, it's a lot of work to do, and it was. So in the end, it resulted in being, not counting just Friday work, not counting preparation, recording, getting materials together, all that, about 6.5 hours of editing. Now that includes the interview and all of its B-roll. That includes the thumbnail. That includes the audio podcast version of the longer, less edited version of the audio. All of that, which I dropped Saturday morning. So let's start with the video itself. Excuse me. The video itself came out Saturday morning and has only done about 1,500 views. And I'm okay with that. Because, now listen, that interview deserves way more views than that. Not because of me. Because of the guest. Dan Kitchen is a legend. He's a luminary. He's one of the founding fathers of early video game. Video games wouldn't exist in the way that they do without these guys from the who were there in the 70s and early 80s, right? So it was an awesome interview for me. The people that have watched it enjoyed it. Yes. Here's the thing, though. I don't care what the views are, really. There's no number. Maybe there is a number. People like to say, there's no price that you could pay that blah, blah, blah. Well, here's $8 billion. But there's no number of views that would make all that work probably worth it, short of some crazy, crazy number. But that's okay. When I get a chance to do interviews like this, I do them for me, a chance to sit down and talk with this person that I admire, but also I do it as a service to the gaming community, people who love these old games and stuff, so that, yeah, they're not here to see it right now, but next year, the year after that, they'll figure out there's an interview and come see it and they'll want to see it. But also it's to honor Dan, the guest. It's a matter of, these are guys that work mostly facelessly. For a while it was namelessly to create things that we still love 40, 50 years later. And to not be recognized and to not be able to tell your story is a travesty. So interviews like this are something that for me is like, I couldn't love this hobby as much as I say that I do and not love doing a piece like that, because it's the reason that I have this hobby. Dan is one of those guys that created this hobby that I love. So it'll do fine. The number was secondary. I wasn't paying attention to the number over the week. Of course, disappointed didn't get more recognition. Not for me, not for the video, for the subject. But it will over time, and I know people will enjoy it. I saw Dan himself tweeted it out, or Facebooked it out, whatever you say. He posted it on his own social the other day, so it might get some more traffic. But those are people that already know who he is. If you're following Dan, you already know who he is, right? I would like more people to understand who this guy is. Anyway, ramble. I'm very happy and proud of that interview. I hope more people get to see it. Let's see. That's what happened on Saturday. I went out and did some little bit of thrifting. My wife and I went out. Where did we go? Like vintage consignment stores. We kind of drove about an hour north and hit up a couple of places. One that was closed. There was a street festival and the thrift store closed. I'm like, with all this foot traffic, what's wrong with you? So we went to a few other places. Found a couple little things. Nothing earth-shattering. Sunday, Again, Sunday, of course, George had his bit by bit. Another one that's done just under 1,000, but as we're finding, those continue to trickle in over the next couple of days, leading up to the next one that I expect will be Wednesday probably. Again, I think lately, it seems like the midweek bit by bits have been doing better than the weekend. I don't know why that is. Huh. Yeah. Coincidence? Not sure. Okay, that's enough about last week. Let's talk about stats and get into today, because I guess I've already rambled enough. Yeah. Let's bring up. It was a good weekend. Surprised me. Here's my chart. I'd like to be at or above this midpoint. I've not yet adjusted it. 130 subscribers and 13,000 views average over the last 7 days. Yeah. Still up above for views. 14.8 thousand views. Subscribers off the chart. 248 subscribers average over the last 7 days. I'll talk about that in a second. I think some commenters were on the money about that and recognized something before I really did. But what has that done to the total? Well, we talked on Friday. 102, 280-ish, 290 maybe what it was, just shy of 3. So our hope was, maybe we can get a couple, 300, 400, 500 over the weekend, and we were 102, 3, right? Well, this morning, surprised to open it up and see 103,000 and, I don't know, 60, 70, 80, something on the tail end. 3,000! We made like 700 over the weekend? What's happening right now? That brings me, well, let's talk about today first. I want to get to this topic. It started with Rick, and then I saw Eliminator had some comments. But today, of course, celebrating yesteryear for Retro Days because it's Monday. I do that every Monday morning. In the afternoon, I really, really, really want to work on. I had a plan for today, changed it because over the weekend, Atari announced another game coming out that they say, what's it called? Something Adventure of Samsura, I think it's called. They're saying it's an evolution of the original adventure, Warren Robinette's 1980 adventure. It doesn't look like it, but so I was thinking, man, I would like to do an editorial, but I'm not sure if I have enough information yet because I have thoughts. And then a demo dropped, so I'm going to play the demo cold and record it, and then use that to factor into. I want to create an editorial today about that because I have anticipatory feelings. I have feelings of concern. What adventure? This is it? Okay, I don't know. We'll find out. But then I have to, I still have the rest of the day. I need to start planning for next week, because remember next week, at the end of the week, not this weekend, but the following weekend, Southern Fried Gaming Expo in Atlanta. So I'll have a shorter week. I'll be out just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm out Thursday through Monday. So I have to figure out what I'm going to stack. Do I get a Friday Plays done early? Do I skip a week? All those things. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, but I'll figure it out. I need to start figuring that out now. Don't wait until Monday to go, what am I going to do? I got to figure it out for next week. So anyway, I think Rick first posted it, and I saw Eliminator, 1969 Cougar Eliminator. It's a long name. Also said, I think maybe he's onto something. And so we're talking about, hey, the subscribers we just saw, right? They've been unusually, uncharacteristically, unexpectedly higher lately since the 100K. And Rick was like, hadn't thought of this. Rick is like, hey, do you think now people see that big 3-digit number, they don't see the first 3 digits, the 6-digit number is represented by a 3, the 101K or 102K or whatever it is, 103K now. Do you think people see that and go, oh, this is legit. I guess I should subscribe. Like if you're on the bubble, but then you see how many subscribers a channel has, and then Eliminator saw that and went, yeah, maybe he's onto something. And I hadn't thought of that, but I don't know if you behave this way, but I certainly do. It's a subconscious bandwagoning effect, right? People like to back a winner, and I've definitely done this. I've been guilty of this and shouldn't be. I watch a video and I go, that's pretty good. And my eye goes down to subscribers and go, I think in my mind, I'm thinking, is this something new, or have I just been missing out all this time? And if it's somebody that has 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, I go, oh, okay, I've been missing out on this. Maybe I'll keep an eye out for this person and see in case they continue to do good work. I ought to subscribe right then because I'm interested. However, the other side, if I'm watching something, I go, that's good. Let's look down at the subscriber number. Oh, 200,000, a million. I've been missing out. Everybody else discovered this and I haven't. I better subscribe now. I'm wondering if that bandwagon effect is not part of what is, because you felt it too, right? Ever since a couple of weeks ago when we hit the 100K, we've been elevated by about 10-15% because, you know, we were bubbling around that 200 average per day over the last 7, right? But now it's 220, 230, 240. I guess that's like a 30-40%, whatever. It's math. I think Dan, Rick, I think you're onto something. I hadn't thought of it, but with all things being equal, I think probably there is a backing the winner effect that's happening. Good. It's unfair, right? It really is. Like the work I've done the last 2 weeks, the work George has done, the work that Mo has done over the last 2 weeks is no different than the work we did the previous 300 weeks, right? Just so happens, now there's a number that goes, oh, maybe I should get in on this because I've been missing out. Kind of, there's a FOMO effect, maybe. I don't know. It feels like it, and that, barring any other obvious explanation, I'm going to go with that one for now until we learn otherwise. But sounds rational to me, and that's probably the case. So, who knew? Unexpected side effect. Okay. Yeah. I want to get stuff done this morning because I'm eager to get to that demo and find out what's up with this game because I have thoughts. You probably do too. We'll see if we agree. All right, let me thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog, if that's what you did. If you're one of those crazy plebes who are here regularly every day, you know I love you for that. Thank you for being here, being part of my support system and my process and my journey. And it makes getting the day started each morning all that much better for me. So I'm happy that you're here. I hope you have a fantastic start to your week. Have a good Monday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself. You know you deserve it. And I will talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.